All right, Sophia, I'm going to go over this problem with you. So I'm reading it out loud. It says that the equation of line K, so let's take a look at line K here. I can't move this out of the way. All right, line K, the equation is y minus 2 equals 1/2 x times x minus 6. So this is the point slope equation for line K. So I'm going to do that one in pink. And then they say that that there is a perpendicular line. So K is one line, and then you have a line that's perpendicular to it, and that is F. Let me do it in a different color. Hold on. So line F is going to be blue. Line F. And we don't know the equation to line F, but we know it's perpendicular. And it has the point of -1 comma -6. Okay, so in order to be able to find the equation for line F, we need to use what we know about perpendicular lines, right? So you'll have two lines that are perpendicular, and what you need to do is use the slopes in order to be able to tell if they're perpendicular. So for instance, the slope here for line K is a positive 1/2. Perpendicular lines have to have opposite signs and reciprocal slopes. So that means the line F will have a slope of, so if you take a look, line K has a positive 1/2. So that means line F will have to have a negative slope. And if you take 2 over or 1 over 2 and you write it as a reciprocal, that's going to be 2 over 1, which is just equal to 2. Okay? So far you have, for line F, you have the point and you have the slope. So at that point, you have two options. The first one is to write it in point slope form, which is, remember, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And so we can write this in point slope form. And so be careful. Remember that you have negative signs, so it's going to show up as pluses in the equation. This is my x value. This is my y value. So y, and here I would put a minus y1, but because it's negative, or we'll just go ahead and write it minus, y sub y of 0.1 is a -6. I think this part you know, because I've seen you do this. And you have the slope of a -2 times x minus, and then we have a -1. Okay? So now let's simplify this. We know that here you're going to have y, negative times a negative equals a +6. And then you have -2 as your slope. And then we have here x. And again, negative times a negative is going to give me a +1. So now you have line F. We have the equation in point slope form. You can just turn it into slope intercept form by doing the math. We have to solve for y. So remember, we start with distributive property, and so you're going to have -2x. -2 times a +1 is just a -2 equals, keep the y plus 6 on this side. Then go ahead and subtract 6 from each side. We have y, cancel out your 6's, bring down your -2x, which is your slope, and -2 minus 6 is going to give you a -8. So now you can see both equations. This is the equation for line F, and if we were to change this one, this would have been the equation for line K, but we don't need to. So that should be the answer. I hope this helps. Send me a message and let me know if it helped.